above anything else, needed to know that I could provide for me and my special needs child. There were times when I had to decide whether I could pay rent or pay for his chemotherapy. That is a part of my life that I have gone to great lengths to block out. Am I where I want to be? Absolutely not. But I am so far away from being in an apartment where I had to warm my son's bath water up in the microwave to ensure that he had a warm bath. I am not here to highlight the struggle by any stretch of the imagination. I am here to show everyone that where you are today does not have to determine your tomorrow. Bonjour, mes amis, and bienvenue to a Let's Catch Up. C'est moi, Jessie, your resident Francophile, and here on Cappuccinos and Consignment, I focus on life, style, travel, and finance. S'il vous plaît, take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow. Follow me over on Insta. I have a blog on both TikTok and Insta. You have to search pour moi because I don't know what I am doing to these apps that make them hide my post. Actually, I know what I'm doing. I'm inspiring the masses not to just buy the newest dress, but to live their lives to the absolute fullest. Recently, I shared a video. I just say reel because that's how it typically starts, but I recorded a short form video. I really couldn't believe that I did. After I recorded it, I questioned if I should even post it. I was sitting at my computer waiting for a message to solidify something that I already knew. So while waiting for that message, I started to feel a bit antsy. I started to feel that I had to share this message, and mon Dieu, am I so glad that I did. I essentially shared 1/16 of my journey. I walked mes amis through my journey of what it felt like to not know the person I was looking at in the mirror. When I got divorced and I became a single mother to a special needs child, I was reaching for a lifesaver. At that time, I was a fashion designer. I had a showroom. I knew what I wanted my life to look like, but all of that changed when my life circumstances changed. I, above anything else, needed to know that I could provide for me and my special needs child. It was tough. It was scary. It was lonely. There were times when I had to decide whether I could pay rent for my son and I or pay for his chemotherapy. That is a part of my life that I have gone to great lengths to block out because it's hard and it hurts. So much of what you all see is where I am now, but very few have taken time to really go back and read vintage blogs, look at older vlogs, and hear my journey of how I got here. Am I where I want to be? Absolutely not. But I am so far away from being in an apartment where I had to warm my son's bath water up in the microwave to ensure that he had a warm bath. I am not here to highlight the struggle by any stretch of the imagination. I am here to show everyone that where you are today does not have to determine your tomorrow. Once I had these extremely stable professions, went back to school for disciplines I wasn't too crazy about, but I did it because I knew that it would best serve my child and I felt like a robot. I felt like just someone else was controlling every move that I made. I was so far from the person that I once was. When I got to a space where I was just fed up, I was fed up with the constant just agitation, the constant feel of restlessness. I knew I had to make a move. And what that move would look like, I really didn't know. When I started Cappuccinos and Consignment, that was to preserve my new marriage. I had moved, I had an extremely long commute, and I needed to find something to help me not resent my husband. So I started blogging. I had no clue that it would lead to all that it has led to now. And truly, up until last week, I had no clue that I would be here. I took some time off, and I use that term loosely because I'm always on, but I took some time off of recording to really reflect and think about what is my purpose. I initially thought that returning to fashion and the light that I once thrived in was my purpose again, but I soon discovered that it was so much more. As I started going through every single comment that I have received from like my first vlog into recently, I started seeing a common denominator. You all weren't just speaking about how fly or fabulous my dress was or where did I get this or that. So much of what you all were saying had nothing to do with my physical appearance. It was about the motivation, the inspiration, the authenticity, and me living my life on my terms that inspire you all the most. Vintage Mazami had been here since the extremely questionable audio and thumbprints on the camera. You all stuck through all of that because you all saw something in me that I didn't. I was living my life the way I always did, but I had no clue that that was such an inspiration for so many people. Perhaps you aren't a single mother or a mother at all, but me living my life out loud, constantly going à Paris to just frolic about and gallivant in the city, showed people that you too could do that. I thank God that during that time of me waiting for someone else to confirm my position in life, I decided to record that video, which I shared here, but I had to share it in 3 parts. I'll insert a snippet. I had to share in multiple parts because we can only do 60-second videos here on my shorts. I'm so glad that I did that. While refreshing my inbox over and over and over, waiting for validation, I started getting beaucoup messages on Insta. And as I alluded to earlier, the algorithm for some reason does not like what I have to say, because out of the over 100,000 Mazami who have decided to join me, only 2,000 of them get to see my videos. But that video resonated with so many people. I started getting bookings like I had never seen before. I have for some time offered one-on-one personal style calls. Does personal style matter? Absolutely. Anyone who says that they do not judge a book by its cover is lying. We create a story about people based off of what they wear. When I initially shared that I had those one-on-one calls, I really didn't share it often. I won't say that it didn't feel fulfilling. I just felt like another person here on the internet pushing you to buy another product. That really didn't serve me. So much of my purpose, so much of the platform that I have built is based on sustainability, is based on shopping your closet. When I opened myself to having one-on-one calls to holistically style the person you want to be, life unlocked. I have been so booked with one-on-one calls that have gone from I'm applying for a new position and I got the interview, this is what I want to wear, but also this is how I want to think. I don't think I deserve this position. I don't think I'm qualified for this position. I don't think I have what it takes to be in this room with people. These one-on-one calls have been so in depth, have been so eye-opening. It truly highlighted one of my purposes here. I will never forget meeting a dear Mazami at one of the first meetups I did after the world changed. And Karen, I will never forget what you said to me. You pulled me over to the side. You told me how fabulous I looked, but I remember you telling me that my purpose here was much more than sharing what's in and what's out. My purpose was higher than I could ever imagine. When I posted that video and I started getting all of these bookings from women who needed to know that it is okay to want more. It is okay to want to rediscover the person you were before life told you otherwise. It connected. It all connected. So I have just wrapped up 3 calls today. I am I'm floating. I also said that I would not cry, but you all have no clue how much joy. Girl, pull it together. You all have no clue the sense of joy doing these calls have added to my life. When I lost my mare this year, I felt so alone. I felt so lost. But this new chapter of my life is, girl, this new chapter of my life echoes something that my mayor has told me. And I'm sure, I hope rather, that so many of you heard this as small children that, girl, there's something about you. There is something about you. And I believe it now. I have always did my best to live life on my terms, even when I couldn't. And we all deserve that. I don't care how old you are, how long you have been in your profession. You deserve to have whatever it is that you want. I posted today about my journey of leaving the federal government, and it's already creating waves. It is already unlocking something in so many people who, like me, felt that they had to be thankful for the position that they have and not want to apply for anything else. It has just unlocked a new space, a new chapter, a new level of joy. Since having these calls in this capacity, my outlook on life has changed tremendously. I am not being dramatic, which I have a tendency to do so, but colors seem more vibrant, smells are more aromatic. Life has just been so rich. And that is not to say that it still isn't scary, because trust me, it is. But knowing that I am connecting and supporting, devising a personalized plan for these women, and I'm saying women because so far it's only been one man who has called, but knowing that I am actively helping people live their purpose, I'm Gucci. I am super, super emotional right now, and I do have a rule not to cry on camera, so I will end here. I just had to hop on because I felt moved to do so. I just want to share a huge merci beaucoup. I'm sick of myself at this point. I just wanted to share a huge merci beaucoup to each and every one of you who have been here for all, half, or a quarter of this journey. If you have watched this far, merci. I just cannot thank you all enough, and I cannot just tell you how great this is to be in this position, to have had the luxury to be able to take the time to explore my purpose. I do not take that for granted. I know that that is a luxury that so many of us don't feel that we have, but trust me, you do. If you have not already, s'il vous plaît, invest in yourself, because we invest in all these other things. Invest in yourself and take a second to book a call avec moi. I promise you, you will not regret it. I am about to get myself together, go check on my wild child. I hear her down there tussling with the husband, but I love you all more than you ever know. And just know that you are not alone. You are not behind. You are never too old, never too young. You are never too anything. This is your time. This is your time. I cannot tell you all how walking in my purpose is the ultimate flex. Merci, and I will see you all on the next vlog, or pretty often on one of the apps. Alrighty, ciao for now.